All right, y'all. Before we dive in, a quick heads up.
This show is raw, real, and definitely not rated PG.
We're talking about adult themes, sexual content, and the kind of stuff you probably don't want blasting through your speakers at work or around your kids.
So grab some headphones, pour your drink of choice, and get comfy.
Oh, and just so we're clear, we are not licensed therapists, counselors, or sex couches. Sex coaches,
Sex coaches.
not sex couches.
We're just a couple of people sharing our lives experiences and sexy adventures and ethical non-monogamy. So with that, pull up a chair and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Monogamy. I'm Adam.
And I'm Pris.
And today we are really excited to be doing this show today. We normally are dropping a quickie on Wednesdays, but this one's going to be a little bit longer because this is actually our 1-year anniversary show.
It is.
Yeah. So
happy 1-year anniversary.
Happy 1-year anniversary, Beyond Monogamy. Yeah, that's right. So we actually dropped our first episode on Thanksgiving of 2024. And those of you who are listening to this now, if you listen to it when it first drops on Wednesday, or if you listen to it the next day on Thursday, it is Thanksgiving.
Yes, it will be Thanksgiving.
That's right. And so we had, this was something that I've actually been looking into for the past 6 months as far as what we would do for our 1-year episode.
Yeah, we had some different plans.
We had different plans. We had different ideas, but just a lot has changed over the past year. And so I thought that it would be fun-ish to do like a then and now kind of situation where, we ask each other questions. How did you feel about this then as opposed to now kind of thing? Because a lot has happened in the past year.
A lot has happened.
A lot has happened. There's been a lot of changes. So I'm very excited to go through this with you. I don't really know a whole lot of the questions that are in this.
Okay.
I generated them. And so this should be really fun. This should be interesting. And so we're just going to go from this.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Go.
Okay. Now, when we first started this podcast, we didn't know what the hell we were doing. And I still say that to this day. Nope. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing still.
No, I did not.
But as far as you're concerned, what do you remember about those early recording days that makes you kind of laugh now? Already laughing.
You know what I remember is we just didn't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
It wasn't boring because I just listened to our first show. It was very interesting, and honestly, I was really proud of it because it was really flowy.
Did you think it had a good flow?
I did. Yeah. I mean, we have good conversations.
Yeah. It kind of led, it told us,
Yeah.
It told the story. It wasn't really everywhere.
Yeah.
But it kind of gave the synopsis of what we came from, what we were doing.
Yeah.
I remember really kind of struggling because I am a planner and I had to just say, okay, I'm not going to plan this. We're just going to hit record.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's exactly what we did.
Exactly.
And I listened to our first episode as well, and I was like, wow. I mean, you can hear the differences between the first episode and now.
Yeah.
But it was a good episode.
I thought it was great. Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
So I loved it. So when you think back to the first few weeks of Beyond Monogamy, the nerves, the tech, is anyone even gonna listen? Oh my God, that was you all the time.
That's still me.
What surprised you most about how far we've come?
This is something I reminisce on a lot because when we first started, I didn't really know analytics when it came to podcasts and stuff like that. They tell you the downloads and this and that, and I didn't really quite understand it. I knew that our numbers were really low. Our numbers were really low at the very beginning. And really...
Well, I mean, it was the beginning.
Yeah, and I didn't think that anybody was going to listen.
We were really doing it for us.
Yeah, we were doing it for us and for our friends who want to listen, I didn't really think that this was going to take off anywhere. It's kind of like those straggler YouTube channels that you just happen upon and you see how many subscribers they have, and they have like 87 subscribers, and they
Yeah.
have like maybe 4 or 5
That's
videos on
that's my
there.
personal YouTube.
Yeah, that is. And
Life with Pris.
that's right.
Sorry,
And
guys.
so it's one of those things where you don't expect it to take off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I did not expect this thing to take off. And so I thought that this was just going to be a hobby. I really had nerves as far as, is anybody going to listen? Is anybody going to find this interesting? And so that's really surprised me, is the fact that it's taken off, especially in the amount of time
Yeah.
that it's taken off, within a year, how much it's taken off. I think it's incredible.
It
I love
is.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a nice little ride here.
It has. And we're just on the cusp of
Yes.
taking off even further. I think that's so fun. Now,
Yes. So what moment made you realize, okay, this isn't just a hobby anymore? People are actually connecting with us.
you know, I think I told you when it happened. It was probably, gosh, it must have been around June or July. It was right after the beach takeover that
Mhm.
we attended. And no, I'm sorry, excuse me. It was right before the beach
I was gonna
takeover.
say, okay.
It's right before the beach takeover, because we were talking about adding video to our podcast. At
Yeah.
that time, it was just audio.
Right.
And so for the first 6 to 7 months of our podcast, I just figured it to be a hobby. I didn't figure that we would ever reach more than, 50 downloads a month or whatever it
Yeah.
was, But I kept seeing these analytics. It didn't make sense to me. And so finally one day I took those analytics and I gave them to some podcast friends, and they looked it over, and they pretty much told me like, wow, you guys are doing incredible for the amount of time that you guys have been
Yes.
doing this. And they gave me some advice on how we could take it to the next level. And something about that just kind of inspired me to go, wow, people are actually listening. People are actually taking notice. We should change the trajectory of this. I should take this a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
And so that's really where I made the change from hobby to more than hobby. And we started making some changes. We started bringing on guests
Yeah.
on our Sunday shows. We opened it up not just to the sexual aspect of non-monogamy, but the complete non-monogamy, all aspects of it. And I felt like as soon as we made those changes, something happened, and it was just explosive.
Mhm.
And I thought that was really just a really fun moment. So it was about halfway through.
Okay.
Halfway through the
Yeah.
year is when
Yeah.
I realized it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe before that.
Well, you've always had this plan in place, apparently.
Yeah. So I
So you knew
knew
we were going to be successful.
somebody was just telling me, they're like, yeah, well, this is Adam's baby. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. This is my baby.
Oh, yeah. No, this was your conception.
I totally, now you've created this wonderful.
Yeah, the idea was completely conceived by you.
Yeah. And I never will let you quit. So
No.
it is what it is.
I
Yeah,
don't.
we're going to keep going
She
until
won't let me
we're
quit.
going to keep going until I can't talk anymore.
The only way that I could quit this show is if I divorced her.
Yeah.
And that's not
That's not happening.
No.
No.
Now, I have a question for you.
Oh,
That's right.
okay.
Has podcasting changed the way you look at our marriage? Like, do you think this show has made us stronger, or just given us more stuff to argue about on air?
It's definitely we've always had really good communication. I feel like, honestly, I feel more heard.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't hold back. Every now and then, in the beginning shows, y'all might have heard where we get a little bit of passionate, and then I just kind of shut down because he gets a little passionate. It's not always like that. Like, I pick and choose where I want to talk more passionate to you about. And I feel like the podcast has really given me a space that I can just talk, just be myself. So I feel like it's made our marriage a little stronger.
I think so.
Yeah. We've always had good communication, but now people actually can hear me like not agree with you. I think when people see us, they're like, oh, I always feel like they think I am like just a quiet little wife, and I'm not going to say anything, and I just kind of go along with my husband. And
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, I feel
no.
like that's the way people
I don't think so.
perceive me sometimes, and it's like, no,
No, I think actually
no.
when people look at us, I think what they perceive is a very strong woman with a
Yeah,
very chill and happy guy.
yeah,
I think that's what I don't know. That's what I see. And a
yeah.
lot of people who are in our circle and a lot of people who know us see that as well. But
But I think the podcast has definitely brought us together more. It's a lot. It's very therapeutic to talk it out,
it
and
can
so,
be, yeah.
and yeah, people are listening to what we're saying, and they're like engaging with us, right? Through text messaging. They'll text us, they'll message us, or they'll
Yeah.
ask us a question. They're on social media. But I don't know. It definitely has it's empowered me.
Yeah, so I was
It's
gonna say
empowered me.
you've found you've always had your voice, but you've really found it where
Now
you're
I have a platform.
unapologetic,
I'm very
really
I
unapologetic.
am. And sometimes we get off the show and you're like, God, that was rough. And I'm like, I know, but if I don't say these things, or this is the only time to say them, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun, you know.
yeah. Now, if you were to think about where we were as a couple a year ago versus now,
Uh-huh.
what's something about us that's completely different?
Ooh, completely different.
Yeah.
I feel we're more selective with the people we associate with now.
Oh, that's a good one.
We are very selective.
Yes, that is true.
Our circles have changed. We still have many, 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 many really good friends that we don't always see very often, but we are very selective with who we just associate with, period.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Like,
things are different when you have a podcast because there are people that kind of come out and they're just interested because we have a platform.
yes, that is the weirdest
On
thing, people.
on several occasions, I don't know how many times we have people coming up to us going, you need to have me as a guest on your podcast. And I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
really?
I literally had like 3 messages today,
You know,
and they were like, "You need to have me on your podcast." And I'm like, "Mm, no,
guys, we have a rule. If
no."
you tell us that you need to be a guest on our podcast,
Mhm,
that automatically
mhm.
disqualifies you from being a guest on our
That is
podcast
very true.
because that tells us that you're wanting to express yourself via our platform that we've
Yes,
built,
yes.
and we don't know what you're going to say.
No, and we're very, again, selective with who we get on our show. This is not just the day in the life of Pris and Adam. We want this to be of substance, of some
Yeah.
kind of education. We're not sex therapists, but
And that's the thing about it is we are not experts by any mean on
no,
any portion of this.
no,
And
mm-mm.
so the guests that we want to bring onto this show are people that have been experts in whatever field they're in non-monogamy,
Yeah,
whether it be sexually, whether it be dating, whatever it may
yeah,
be. But we really try to get experts in the field of whatever it is we're talking about.
yes,
And I really try to step out of our regular community.
yeah, because we need to expand. Like,
Yeah. And not to mention, when you stay in your community only, everybody is kind of similar. There's a similar
yes,
mindset.
yes,
And the more you go outside of that, the more you're going to catch different ways of
yes,
thinking, different opinions, not just out of state, but we've gotten guests from out of the country.
yes.
And to see the differences in thinking, I just think it's
It's so
great.
cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's something about me that surprised you this year, either in the podcast or in the lifestyle, that you
Oh,
didn't expect?
oh man. Well, I didn't expect us to have a girlfriend at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I did not, you were so against poly and still are, I think, but you have opened yourself up to feelings. You've opened yourself up to experiences. You've opened yourself up to way more than when we first started.
Yes.
Your mind is very open to things, and you're still a very strong cynic. You're still very not trusting.
Yes.
But that alone has really, like, that's a big deal. Like, for you to
Yeah.
even think in that way, I felt like that was a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like that was pretty major.
It
Well,
is.
yeah, because I mean, I never thought I'd see that day.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, one day, like a flip of a switch, you just came out and you were like, I think I'm okay with you going to see so and so, or I think I'm
Yeah.
okay with this or that. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What?
What?
I mean, I'm still very picky choosy,
Yeah, obviously.
but
Obviously.
yeah.
As you should be,
Yeah, I
because you're
should.
beautiful.
Well, because you're my baby. I love you.
What can I say? So, we've told so many stories about past experiences. Once one story we've never told on the air that probably deserves its moment.
Oh, damn.
Mm.
Do I have a story that?
You always got stories, girl.
Past experience story. Well, I've had some experiences without you, but during this whole time, I don't think I've have one. Do I have any?
So, we're talking about past experiences. As far as you're concerned, I think the big story that I don't even know if it was ever told would be the your wedding, not your wedding story, but your sister's wedding.
Oh,
Because I feel like that story is kind of monumental, and the reason being is because that was the first story that I heard about
okay.
you when we connected again.
Yeah.
And I was like literally the very first time that I saw you out of so many years,
Yeah.
and I heard this story, and I was like, oh my God.
Okay, so I have a story of me and my wonderful sluttiness.
Mm. Gosh.
So
great.
I
So great.
I have a younger sibling. She's 4 years younger. She was Adam's best friend. She had gotten married. This was her first wedding. And I had a boyfriend. I guess you can call him a boyfriend. And I left that weekend to Houston to go to her wedding. And it was just me. They didn't like him, so he stayed and whatever. And so I came in and I was at this wedding, and I had always eyed her soon to be husband's cousin. And I was like, man, he was really cute. And I was like, I really want to bag him. And she was like, no, he's my cousin. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I knew her best friend's husband always gave me the eyes, right? And I knew he was going to be easy to get. Sorry, guys. And so I went to this wedding and I was there and all my family was there and I was drinking and I kept flirting with the cousin and then I kept flirting with the best friend's husband, my sister's best friend's husband. And I was like, hey, do you think your wife would let all of us go have like a threesome? And he said, I don't think she's into that. And I said, okay, well, do you want to go have some fun? I know he was married, but I don't care. And so he goes, yeah. And I said, okay, well, meet me in the elevator. And so he met me in the elevator and I was kind of like rubbing him and I could feel that he was getting hard. So I already knew this guy. His wife had already told me and my sister that he was a 2-minute guy. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell is that? So I've never knew that was a thing. We went back to his room and I picked up my dress, pulled down my underwear. He laid on the bed, leg down, just kind of dangling, pulled his pants down. I got on top of him and I literally put him inside me for a couple of minutes and he came.
Just like that, huh?
Came. I was like, oh, okay. And so he was like, we were done. And I was like, all right, cool. And he's like, I'll get you later. And I was like, okay. That had never happened to me. And so that night, we're still at the wedding and we're dancing. And I was dancing with the cousin. And I was like, are you going to go back to my room with me? And he's like, no. And I was like, well, can I go back to your room? And he's like, no. And I was like, okay, whatever. we were hopping around different bedrooms. We ended up in the pool, and I ended up in the pool with him and the other guy that I had already had sex with. And so the cousin and I were getting it on, like making out, and the guy was just watching, and he decided he was going to leave. And I said, "Oh, okay." And the pool, one side of the pool was full of people, and the cousin, we ended up having sex in the pool, like full of people. And then we got out of there and went back to the bedroom and started having more sex. And then I walked back to my room early in the morning, and my dad opened the door, and I was like, damn, talk about the walk of shame. But yeah, that was my first ever sluttiness and one night.
Okay.
I'd had one night stand. I had only had one night stand before my whole life. And then I had these two, and I was like, ooh. And of course, the best friend found out because the husband told her, which was dumb, but anyway. And so, yeah, that's a story y'all have not heard.
That's a Beyond Monogamy 1-year anniversary
yeah,
exclusive.
that was good. It was fun.
You know, I was told that story when I first saw you.
Yeah.
When we met at that bar, and your sister told that story, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. And so when we met you,
yeah.
I was like, ooh, what does he look like? Oh, he's tall and he's bald. And I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. And she goes, he's still married. And I was like, oh, okay. And she goes, no, don't even think about it. And I was like, but he's getting a divorce.
Yeah.
And she was like, nope. And so I had to ignore you
Yeah, you totally did.
I had to ignore you when we went to the bar.
Oh, man.
And then finally
I was doing everything to get your attention.
We got to the house. Well, we invited you back because we
Mhm.
were going to just chit chat. We had babies. We had little infants.
Yeah.
So we sent you back to the house with us, and we were there all talking. We're reminiscing and whatever. And then you and I became like good friends.
Yeah.
And then after that,
we were good friends for a couple of weeks, and that was it.
yeah. You moved out of your exes, and I was like, okay, fair game.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a story that y'all have never heard, and it's probably one of my favorite stories.
It's one of my favorite stories. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
because that's not really me. That's not me.
Well, and you know, I love you exploring your slutty side.
Yeah.
And so for me to get that immediately, I was like, holy crap,
Yeah.
sexually,
Yeah.
this woman sounds exactly what I'm looking for.
And now he wants me to do that, and I don't. I do now
She
sometimes.
is so loyal. It's ridiculous.
Right?
Stupid loyalty.
I know.
Why can't I end up with one of those chicks that always likes to cheat on their man?
I'm sorry. I cheat with food.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I don't care for that.
No. So you always talk about communication being like our superpower, right? Because
Yeah.
we do. We talk a lot.
We
What's
do.
one moment this year where communication saved our asses?
Saved our asses. Ooh.
Saved your ass.
There's been a few times.
Yeah.
There's been a few times.
It's because you're so cute.
Is that what it is?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No,
Either.
it's
I
not.
didn't think so. That's a really good question. There have been, I don't know if I have a specific time, because it's come up a couple different times, you know, where,
And I would say save our asses more like we just didn't argue about it. We had to really talk about it, I guess, is pretty much like what one time, I guess, what about communication being our super, what was one moment this year that communication saved our asses?
well, you know,
Oh.
I don't know about saved our asses, but I will tell you that at some point throughout the beginning of our podcasting year,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I was entertaining friends with benefits, and that was still kind of early on
Yes.
when we started the podcast. I had just really started kind of exploring that dynamic, and you were not a fan of that.
No.
And it took some real coaxing for you to be okay with it. And I found that the real reason why, I had to sit down and we had to really communicate to the letter. And I had to explain to you that I'm not going anywhere.
Yes.
I had to make you realize that I am very, very devoted to you. And you know, there's never a time when I'm going to leave you. And I believe that that conversation, albeit a long one, was somehow sunk into you. And that was when you came out and you were like, I think I get it now. I think it makes sense now.
I think it was
You
that,
know?
and then the show, like we had somebody on the show and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it's, yeah, I would say that's communication on that was really, really, really big.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Oh, you know what? And I can give you another one too. I got another one. Oh, it just came up. So when we go to the club, and some of you may have heard this on an episode in the past, but when we first started going to the club, the first few times, people would recognize me. And immediately a lot of women would just come up to me and just kiss me.
mm-hmm,
And I used to get in trouble for that.
mm-hmm,
Like you would get mad at me and I'd
mm-hmm.
be like, well, I'm not going out of my way and kissing these people. They come up to me, they kiss me. And what am I going to do? Say no? I'm not going to be an asshole about it. I don't want to be a jerk.
Yeah.
So
So
of
you had to
course,
pick.
be in
Will you
trouble
be in
or
trouble or enjoy the
I
kiss?
guess I was in trouble. But we communicated about it.
We did.
And
And I communicated to the women.
then you communicated to the women, and that kind of
And
saved my ass because now when it happens, you're able to just kind of roll your eyes and walk away, kind of thing.
Yeah, for
Which
the
is
most
something that
part.
you were never able to do
For the most
before.
part, I do. Now I'm just more vocal. Now I'm just like, all right, sweetie pie, let's go. But yeah, no, it's definitely, yes, communication.
Yeah.
It has saved your ass a lot.
It's saved. Well, I would say it saved yours, but you got ADHD and you're hard to understand
Yeah.
sometimes. So, what's something you've learned about love or partnership through the lifestyle that you wish more people understood?
That it's okay if your partner and you don't see eye to eye on the lifestyle. Like you're going to find the common ground. You and I do not think alike in the lifestyle.
No, not all
We
the way.
have different things, but we know that even though you want to go this way and either way I want to go that way, we have to find that common ground. Like
It's a negotiation.
it's a negotiation no
Yeah.
matter what. Like if I don't like something, if you don't like something, if we don't like a certain person and it's just not a good vibe, that you and I understand that. So I think that people in the lifestyle need to understand that your partner's not doing it to be malicious. And this is already, the lifestyle already is opening up a certain part of your relationship that's kind of still going to be, I don't know, in a very weird spot because you still have to talk about things like the way you feel about somebody and the way I feel about somebody is not always going to be the same.
Yeah.
But you're going to express that to me and I'm going to express it to you.
Right.
And we may not like it, and that's okay. You just got to be okay. You got to be okay with the uncomfortable conversations and you got to be okay with the uncomfortable situations and kind of talking through. So,
I'll take it even further than that. I think when it comes to partnership through the lifestyle, it needs to be realized that your partner is your number one priority.
yes.
Not the lifestyle.
Yes.
So your partner has to always be your number one priority for this to even work.
Mm-hmm.
If your partner is not your number one priority, then it's not going to work.
Nope.
You're going to have hurt feelings. You're going to have lots of fights. You're going to have probably some alcoholic drunken nights.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of friction and tension. And the moment that you realize that your partner is your number one priority, you start putting them first. And when you make decisions, you do so with them in mind.
Yes.
And so then you notice things get a lot easier that way.
They do.
And we see a lot of people who have been in the lifestyle for a long time and they still haven't realized that their partner is their number one priority.
Yeah.
And they just do not seem too happy.
No.
No,
they
Yeah.
don't. And they just, I mean, it takes a lot to be in the lifestyle. It's not an easy life to live.
No, it's not.
If you don't have a good partnership and a good communication and a good foundation, then this is not going to work for you.
No,
period.
that's
Like,
all
it's just
lumped
not.
into strength.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes your relationship strong.
Yeah. So when you think back to our early lifestyle days,
Mhm.
all those rules and all those nerves, How do we play differently now?
Way less rules, way less nerves. You've never really had a whole lot of nerves. You've always been very calm and cool. I don't know how you do it, but you've never really had
Yeah.
a whole lot of nerves. I
Mm-mm.
think the most nervous I've ever seen you was when we first started going to the clubs, and you were a little nervous how you would look when we would play out in the open. And
Yeah.
that did not last long.
No. No.
It actually went away pretty quick.
Yeah.
But for me, there was some rules that that I had experienced that I had to kind of learn firsthand. There was an experience where we were at a couple's house and we were going to play, and we were in the living room. We hadn't gone to the bedroom yet. We were in the living room,
Mm-hmm.
and I started making out with the woman in the living room,
Mm-hmm.
and things started getting hot and heavy. You were sitting on the couch, and the guy was not in the room. I think he was like checking on his pets or whatever. And so you're essentially sitting on this couch, you're watching us make out, get hot and heavy.
Yes.
And we both agreed to go to the bedroom because that's what we
Well,
were going to do.
Yeah, them two. You two.
Me and her.
Yes.
Yeah. Me and her agreed to go to the bedroom and in the midst of making out. And so we started to walk that way, and you were like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Well, we're going to go to the bedroom. We'll see you guys there in a minute."
Mm-hmm.
And you had this lost puppy dog look on your face like, "God, don't leave me." And that was a big discussion for us afterwards, because to me, it didn't make any sense. Like, as soon as he came back from the pets, you were going to come into the room with us. But also at the same time, you saw us walking to the room. Nobody said you couldn't come. Nobody said you couldn't come with us. Like, you could have easily gotten up and just followed us to the room. But because I did not communicate that with you, it became a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was definitely, we had that rule in place for a while, which was, don't leave me, kind of thing.
It's more, and it's more of the, hey, give me a heads up. Say
Yeah.
something. We just met these people. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't think it was going to happen that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. We know
okay.
now.
Yeah, you don't have to say it with such a negative tone. Like, we're talking here.
I'm just,
Jesus, man.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
it was
take that
negative
bass
tone.
out your voice, will you? Jeez. I mean, I'm smiling, but I don't know how long I'm going to be smiling for. Anyways,
I don't have any
so
sharp objects near me. We're
that
good.
was a big rule that
Yeah.
stayed with me. And that was kind of the start of us figuring a lot of stuff out. That was
Mhm.
early on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as nerves, when I play, because like I said, you never have any nerves. But it doesn't matter who I'm with. Whenever I would play with somebody, I was always shaky. Like, no matter
Most
how,
men are.
I'm not anymore.
Good. That's good.
I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess confident 2025 Adam.
I swear every guy that I'm with is
done
always
that.
shaking. And I'm
Well,
like, why are
because
you shaking?
it's a
And
nerve
I'm
thing.
like, I know.
It's a nerve thing,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
it gets easier the more you get it on with the same person. But I think for me now, it's more of as long as I have a connection with the person, it's usually a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
But I may still shake. I don't know. Possibly.
Shake it up.
That's right.
Shake it
So,
up.
what is one misconception people have about the lifestyle that you love proving wrong?
That you can't do it this long. That it's not, there's no way that a marriage can last in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
we've been together for 14 years, almost 15 years, I think, right?
Yeah.
And he's not going anywhere.
That's a really good example,
he's not-
because I remember, well, I would have vanilla friends that when we were first in the lifestyle, and they'd be like, "Dude,
She's gonna
you
leave
guys
you.
you guys are going to break up in a matter of years.
Mhm.
You guys will be done."
Mhm.
And then when we decided to become poly, I had
Oh.
swinger friends that would reach out to me and be like, "You're making the biggest mistake of your relationship."
Mhm.
And the reason why people would say that is because every time people were around us, we seemed like the happiest couple around. And we still do.
Yeah.
But people were like, "Man, you guys are just so happy and so into each other. How can y'all be non-monogamous? That just isn't going to work. Like, it's not going to work." And I'm pretty happy that we proved everybody wrong. And I feel like
yeah.
we're still all about each other. We're still all over each
We
other.
are.
that really hasn't changed. You know,
Yeah,
wherever we go, we're all over each other. It's nice.
it is nice.
Non-monogamy or not, it really doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. What's been your favorite lifestyle memory from the past year? The one that still makes you grin?
My favorite lifestyle memory, ooh, from this past year. Huh. Well, uh-huh. I've had several. We've had a good amount of stuff that we've had great experiences. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we've had a lot of fun
Mm-hmm.
experiences. But I will say the most recent one, the glory hole. The
Yeah.
glory hole. And I'll say that because I was not expecting to like it. I was not expecting to try it. And it was kind of cool to have an experience where I proved myself wrong,
Mm-hmm.
essentially,
Mm-hmm.
because I always like to think that I know myself pretty well, and when I learn something new about myself, it always just blows my mind, and that experience really blew my mind. Like
Yeah.
that was
I don't
interesting.
think I have one.
No?
No,
Wow.
I don't have one yet.
Hmm.
Yeah. They our it's there's nothing that has like can make me grin and be like, "Ooh, that was no." Mm-mm.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's depressing. Now, what's been your biggest lesson this year as a woman in the lifestyle?
To go ahead and be and say what you want. So I'm okay. I'm very comfortable with my voice and speaking about what I like, what I don't like, and also looking out for other women. So that's like my biggest lesson is just to always be that voice for women. And I think
Yeah.
I pretty much I think I am. I think my friends know that no matter
You're very
what,
protective
I
of the
am
women around
very
you,
protective of the women around
even
me.
if they're not in our circle.
Even if they're not in my circle. Like
Yeah.
if I see something and I don't like it, I'm very vocal, and I think that's okay. That's okay. Like more women need to be more vocal in the lifestyle. Like well, actually just in life period, but in the life we're just talking about the lifestyle. Yeah, women need to have our voice like a little bit louder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
So,
that. Mm.
and yours as a man in the lifestyle, what shifted for you?
What shifted for me? Well, obviously the confident 2025 Adam started in January. I started faking it until I could make it. And after a few months, I noticed that that kind of confident feeling and whatever exuded from there really changed things for me.
Mhm.
So I felt like I wasn't really seen for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, I just decided to have confidence. I decided to dress how I have always wanted to dress
Mhm.
without worrying about what other people are going to think. I decided to be the person that I am, but do so out loud instead of just keeping it to myself, just
Mhm.
trying to treat people with respect and all that. But the confidence is what really changed everything for me. And I can tell you 100% that if you lack confidence, if you can try, just try to fake it, I guarantee you'll probably see some results that you've been hoping for.
There you go.
And I swear by it. That's what shifted for me, and I feel very that everything that's come from that confidence has made me even more confident.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's
There you go
good.
with that.
That's
Yeah.
good. I like that.
Now
Yeah.
you used to be more into women than men. As a matter of fact, you were only into women and not into men at all. Has that balance changed now that we've met more people? Like, are you into some men? Are you still strictly vaginal? What is it?
Um, I it's still the same.
It's still the
Yeah,
same? Well, you've opened
I'm
yourself up to
actually
more men
more
now.
confident with more women. So I'm more confident with women now. Men,
You know,
I like some men.
and that's a big change
So
for
I
you
like
because
some men because a
that's not
lot
the way
of
it was at the
yeah,
beginning.
our circle of friends are the men that we know in groups and stuff like that they know me and they know what I don't like because they're avid listeners of the podcast.
Yeah.
And let me tell you that that goes a long way for me.
Yeah.
If you already know what I like and what I don't like, you've already made your way up on that list.
Yeah.
If you But I mean, the balance, I would still rather I would be with a woman than with a man. I mean, that hasn't changed just because now I'm more confident with women. So,
Yeah. That makes sense.
yeah.
That
I mean, I
makes
still
sense.
love you guys, but
Well, I mean,
I am not bisexual. I like women. Like I'm bi.
your situation with men is, there's been very few that can actually hear what you like and don't like and adhere to that. There's
Yes.
a lot of men that hear that and still do what you don't care for.
What's funny is there's a lot of men that listen to the podcast and will go and tell their woman, did you not listen to what she said on the podcast regarding Adam? Did you not hear what she doesn't like? And like correct their women. And it's like, oh, you're so sweet. Let's go
Look
to
at
the back
that.
guy. Come
Let's
on.
go to the
You
back.
deserve a little something.
That's great.
So yeah. So has your social anxiety, Mr. Social Anxiety, has your social anxiety gotten better? Because I was listening to our first podcast and I was just remembering when you said that. Or has it gotten worse since we started being recognized at clubs and meet and greet?
It really comes and goes.
Yeah.
It has gotten better to an extent. I still have the anxiety. That doesn't go away. But it's become routine to go into social settings and hobnob with people and socialize with people. It's very easy to do so when people already know us.
Yeah.
But if they don't know us,
you get freaked out.
nope.
I know.
Because if I'm in a room where I don't know anybody and nobody knows me and I have to go out and I have to start talking to them, yeah, no. Social anxiety is still there.
Yeah.
Very much so. And now we're going to be doing these national events. We're going to be going outside of our comfort zone, outside of our community, into other states. And we're going to do these takeovers and these meet and greets for Beyond Monogamy. And I am already anxious about that.
Oh my God, I'm loving it.
Yeah, of course you are. I am anxious about it because I just really, we may not know all these people,
Yeah.
and they may know us. And I don't know. It's just, there's something about that just is really, really nerve wracking.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, no, I still have the social anxiety. The only difference is that I'm more used to going out and being social.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
But the anxiety's still there. Now, what's been your favorite episode to record this year and why?
Ooh, my favorite episode was when we interviewed Rosie K from This Kind of Girl. This Kind of Girl.
Yeah. UK. Yeah, she was out in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I follow her. So amazing. I loved her. I also loved the one from Italy.
Francesca
Gentile. I loved those two ladies.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, oh my goodness. And I also liked the guy that we recorded.
Jaime Gama.
Yeah. And Jaime Gama. So Jaime Gama was probably my favorite because he is on the spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gave so much clarity. Like he was in my brain and he was just saying these things. Now I've read some of his book. It's in Spanish. So what is it? Botita Bolimar. Loved his book. And I liked what he was saying and the way he was saying, but the two ladies also were great. So we've had some really good people on the show.
We have. My favorite, first and foremost, was Dan and Lacey from the Swing Nation. They were really cool to interview, primarily because they kind of set the bar.
Yes.
They're the ones that kind of led the way and inspired a lot of us to do what we do. And so to be able to have the kind of conversation that we would have if we were there in front of them, just sitting down at a table and just two couples in the lifestyle, not even just content creators, just two couples in the lifestyle and went on from there. And there was so much to learn from them, which I thought was really
I
cool.
think we're still learning from them.
Yeah,
They're
we
so
really
sweet.
are. Yeah, they're great people. But then also the other one that I liked was Jessica Fern and Dave Cooley from Polysecure.
Mm-hmm.
And for a couple of reasons. One, I loved it's almost like, I don't want to say they're dynamic, but their balance,
Mm-hmm.
because they really were very different from each other, but also on the same plane, which was just incredible. And I kind of crushed on Jessica Fern. I thought she's a very pretty lady,
Mm-hmm.
and very nice to talk to, very smart. So yeah, those were definitely some of my favorites for sure.
Which guest completely surprised you in a good way, or a holy hell, I didn't expect that kind of way?
That's interesting. That's a good question. Well, I can say that interviewing Lynn from Forbidden Fruit
Mm-hmm.
was, anytime you have a conversation with her, it's always you'll always have a moment that surprises you.
Because she has so much freaking knowledge.
She has a lot of knowledge. She has so many incredible stories
Mm-hmm.
throughout the years, and she just, everything that she says, it just kind of captivates you, and it leaves you sitting on the edge of your seat. And so that one probably really really captures me
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed that
Yeah,
one.
she's good to have. She's good to just to sit there and just pick her brain on different things that happened, and yeah, she's a world of like just history too.
Now, I will say that I'm going to go back to Paul Keeble from
Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madison. Yes. That was our first mainstream guest that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And I was surprised all to hell that he was real.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
We kind of, as podcasters, people reach out to you and they're like, "Hey, I'm so and so's assistant, and we really feel like they would be great on your show and this and that." And I remember sitting back and thinking, have they heard our show? Like,
Are they real?
Are they? And so as time went on, I was only dealing with the assistant the entire time.
Yeah.
Until it was time to do the show. So we had the show ready to go, and we were sitting here, literally sitting where we're sitting now, going, is he going to show? Is this real? And then I remember thinking, well, if he doesn't show, then we're gonna do a show, and we're gonna shut it down. We're gonna go.
Yeah.
And then he showed.
Yeah.
And he was an excellent guest, and we learned a lot from him.
He was.
And so, but that one really was our first mainstream guest. That one really threw me for a loop. I was not prepared for him to actually show up, and when he did show up, I was a ball of nerves. I was. Now, what topic or moment made you emotional on mic, or what was the one that kind of hit you in the gut?
In the beginning, when we would talk about Polly, I didn't like any of those conversations. They weren't. I wasn't in my right mindset to listen to them, and we would talk about it, and emotions would come up, feelings would come up, and I didn't like them. But we did it, and it's yeah.
Yeah, you still don't care for those discussions, but at least you don't cry as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meow. What's the funniest off the mic or behind the scenes moment that listeners never get to hear?
A lot of times when we do our show, I'll be the one to set up all the equipment. We have everything set up. It'll take me a good 30 minutes sometimes to set up everything. And I'm normally waiting for you to either get out of work to join us, or I'm waiting for a guest to join us, or I'm waiting for both. And I'm normally already set up, and I'm sitting here, and I have the mics on, and, I have music going, I'll be singing. Sometimes I'll go on TikTok Live, and I'll tell stories, or I'll just be silly. There's times where you and I will just sit here waiting for a guest, and we'll have really good conversations.
Yes.
And there's other times where we'll just sit here. And just look at our phones. Now, as far as the funniest, though, you have had me laughing on several different moments. Now, neither of these moments were off the mic or behind the scenes, but let me tell you what my favorite moment was, and it was a recent one. It was the show that we did at our Forbidden Fruit event.
Uh-huh.
That moment, and I loved it so much that I had to make a clip out of it. That moment where we're sitting there having this discussion, and of course there's a wall of dildos in front of us.
Yeah.
And we hear the door open up to the franchise that we're at, and this very pretty girl walks in.
Yes.
And the both of us are just looking off to the side, and we're having a conversation. We're both looking. And you're in the middle of a sentence, and you did not have a clue what you were saying.
I was like,
because
what?
you were distracted by a pretty girl.
Yes.
And I swear, even though it could not be seen in the moment, I played it pretty cool because that's what I do. That part had me just laughing, and still has me laughing to this day. Like I can replay that clip, and it will make my day happier, because that was a classic Priscilla moment. That's my wife right there. That's the way you've always been. That's something that we've always been able to laugh at, and I love that.
What's a listener message or a DM that reminded you we're really helping people?
I have had the pleasure of getting this from a few different people throughout the year, but I remember the first time I got it was from a friend of mine that I used to talk to, and she used to be an avid listener of the podcast. And I could always tell that she was listening, because all of a sudden I'd get these random questions
Yeah.
about different things that were discussed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's listening. And several times I wanted to quit the show, and she was like, you can't quit the show, because what you say is helping a lot of people, including us. And then I've had other couples tell us that. Now, the thing that I've really held on to is when people come up to me and they go, hey, I struggle from really bad social anxiety, and I've struggled to have anxiety at the clubs and whatnot, and I've taken your piece of advice. I've had people tell me, we go to the club, we're the first ones at the club because we can see everybody coming in. So that was great advice, and that makes things a lot easier. I've had people tell me, hey, that whole thing where you said you act like there's a camera on you and you're in the show and you're just improvising, that made it easier for me. So just to be able to really have that come back as feedback, and people say, hey, I heard what you had to say, and I took it and I ran with it, and it really worked. I mean, that
is nice.
Yeah, that hit me in the heart, and that always rings in my head whenever I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, you know what? There's people that actually listen, and they try it, and it works,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get some messages from like women that are like, "Oh, you helped me really kind of figure that part out, like how to talk to my husband about this, or because we're very reactive." So, yeah.
Yeah. And we've had couples that we've had reach out to us that will straight up go, hey, let's have a group text because we're struggling and we need to talk to you guys. We've met people
Yes.
at places so that we could talk to them about their problems.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey guys, we're not therapists, but we'll talk to you guys like friends, you know.
Yes.
Now, if you had to pick one theme of our first year, something we kept coming back to, what would it be?
Ooh.
Something that we bring up often.
Polly.
Yeah?
Polly.
Gosh, you don't have to say it with such disdain.
You asked me.
Oh my gosh, but I didn't ask you to have
Polly.
such
We always come back
attitude.
to that. It always comes up in a conversation. It always comes up in a show.
Because I feel like there was a lot of lessons learned.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel that. Yeah. You've mentioned that.
Yeah. So that's why I bring it up.
Yeah. That's fine. Bring it up.
I guess. What else? Now, you opened up about your ADHD and self-confidence.
Yes.
How have you grown this year personally?
Ooh, I have grown so many ways. I know not to take things so seriously. I know when to take things seriously, when I have to bring up in the conversation. I know how now,
brown cow?
How now to even like go up to you and just be like, I don't like this. This is why I don't like it. or just having conversations, period. Like, I was never one to not argue with you, but call you out.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, now I can have we can have a decent conversation, and I'm not the one who's always like, okay, like whatever you say, like, like I know how to talk now. And I feel like
Yeah.
ADHD has really helped
It's helped you
my
find your words. It's helped you
yeah.
figure out how to say what you need to say. Not all
Yeah.
the time, but for the most part,
Yeah.
it's helped you stop and think about your response before you
Yes.
actually respond,
Yes.
which I think
There
is
you
pretty
go.
cool.
That right there.
But her ADHD, I still have to speak for her. But what's
Hey, I
good is
take it early in the morning, dude. It's already gone.
we're a great match because I know what you're trying to say
There you
and
go.
and I can speak it for you. So there you go.
And you've been honest about your mental health and your pressure.
Oh, yes.
What's been your biggest struggle behind the scenes?
It's still a struggle.
It is very
It's
so.
still a struggle.
Yes.
I struggle with a couple of things. One, I put a lot of pressure on myself to try and do a great show. So I want to keep things fresh. I want to keep topics fresh. I want us to be able to talk about everything we need to talk about, but you don't want to replay and replay and replay all over again the same crap. You know what I mean? So it takes a lot to continuously come up with new things, especially because we drop 2 episodes a week.
Yes.
You add on to the fact that when you take on guests, you have to communicate with these guests. You have to schedule. You have to make sure that logistics are there. I have to make sure that all of our equipment is good to go. If we're going on location with it, I have to make sure it's packed up. I have to make sure everything's where it needs to be. Editing and all of that. I mean, just the logistics of it. It's a lot. It is a lot. And so I really obsess about it. I put myself into it. And then you add on the fact that I have a social life on top of that. It's difficult to keep hand on both. You know what I mean? So I start focusing on the show so much that I start pushing people away. I'll not be very talkative, or I'll just kind of disappear because I'm so ingrained in what I'm doing. And I'm so focused on this. And it is a lot of pressure because I want this to be great. I also want us to be able to do what we want to do in the time that we need to do it. And it doesn't always work out the best. And, it's hard. And it can affect my mental health sometimes. But in times like that, I just got to suck it up and just do it.
Yes.
Because we're not quitting anytime soon. So
No.
there's
No.
that. Now, how do you think doing this show every week has changed how we show up for each other outside of the mic?
I think we're still learning that part.
Yeah.
I think we have a conversation about it every now and then, just because I work from 8 to 5.
Yeah.
So my time when I come home it's like our time. And so out of the mic, like, you have to make sure that you're on that same kind of timeline with me so that we can spend time together.
Yeah.
And I think those are just conversations that we kind of we have every now and then, just to make sure that we're both on the same level, I guess,
Yeah.
because this is what you do. And yeah, it takes a lot of pressure. It's a lot on your mind. So yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right. What's one habit, fear, or insecurity that you feel like you've finally let go this year?
Insecure? No, I guess my one habit is not to be so rough with the men. Give them a chance.
That's true. You
Yeah.
have done that
Yeah.
successfully this year.
I've been a little nicer. I don't really have insecurities. I have more of, it's not an insecurity. Nothing gets me insecure. I'm pretty confident in myself
Yeah.
and in my mindset. So I don't have any insecurities, but I have been nicer to guys, and I feel like I was really just kind of brushing them off, and now I'm nice.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm nice. So we've done meet and greets, we've done takeovers, we've done interviews, we've done collaborations. What's one event that completely blew your mind?
The beach takeover was pretty cool. Just to go for the very first time, the Port Aransas beach takeover. You hear so much about it, and we had been hearing about it for a while and seen pictures, and we had FOMO,
Mm-hmm.
and we finally went. And while the experience could have been better, it was seeing it and
Mm-hmm.
everything that they had going, the tents and the vendors and just the amount of people was pretty incredible. That whole thing really, that blew my mind for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Now, what's one interaction that reminded you that we love this community?
We started with this community and we are where we're at now because they really helped and pushed it.
They really did.
So,
Yeah, I don't think that this podcast would be
exactly.
around if it weren't
Exactly.
for our
And
community.
so I think that's one reason why I love them. It's why we still do our takeovers, we still do our meet and greets because that's got us where we're at.
Yeah,
And they're all
everybody has
friends.
been so supportive.
Mm-hmm.
The people that knew us before we even bought a mic, and they watched us, they listened to the very first episode the day that it dropped.
Mm-hmm.
These are the people in our local community who really supported and pushed our name out there. They traveled and they told other people in other communities, and it really spread.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. I mean, we really couldn't have done it without them. So that's pretty cool.
Have you had that, oh shit, we're kind of public figures moments now? Like, have you ever had that?
Yeah.
I think we've had it
Yeah,
a few times.
we've had that talk before because it became weird when we started going to the club, and every time we would go to the club, we would get recognized by people that we did not know. And
Even an ex-brother-in-law.
yeah, it's weird. It's strange to have people refer to you as celebrities.
Yeah.
It's not us. We're not celebrities.
No.
And so we don't think of ourselves in that way. And so when we get people coming up to us throughout the night, like, I mean, there was one night we were at the club and I felt like every 10 minutes people were coming to our couch
Yeah.
and introducing themselves and that sort
It's
of
very
thing.
nice. We love it.
And we do love it. We love meeting our listeners. We love meeting everybody that's put themselves into our show. And we love hearing what they have to say. We love hearing their stories. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's really a fun part for us. Now, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone new entering the lifestyle after hearing our show?
Keep an open mind. Everybody lifestyles differently.
Yes.
So keep an open mind, keep that communication open, talk.
Yeah. Talk, communicate, not just with your partner, because some people don't have
With
partners, but
everybody.
with everybody. Yeah. You got to talk.
Stay firm in your beliefs, stay grounded,
Stay firm with your boundaries.
stay firm with your boundaries,
Don't
know
break
your
them.
rules,
Yeah.
have a safe word, communicate with your
I mean, if you're
partner.
solo, having a
If
safe
you're
word does you no
solo,
good.
you should still have a safe word for your friends.
Oh, that's true.
So
That is
yes.
true. Yeah.
So what's one thing you wish more couples in the lifestyle talks about openly?
I wish that people talked about their wants and their sexual wants. I think that there's a lot of people that don't know how to express how to satisfy them. So there's a lot of women and men who will have an experience with somebody and it'll be a bad experience for them because the person that's with them doesn't know how to properly please them. And that person also doesn't know how to communicate how to properly be pleased.
Yeah.
I think that if more couples in the lifestyle talked openly about how to please them,
Yeah.
what doesn't work, what does work, and they express that openly to each other and they express that openly with everybody else, I think there would be more good experiences out there.
Yeah. That's good.
I think it's pretty fair,
Yeah.
Now, has fame inside the lifestyle been flattering, weird, or both?
Both.
Yeah?
Both. Yeah. It's very flattering, but it's weird when you find somebody like at your grocery store and it's like, "Hey, I listened to you. Look at you. You're very beautiful." And it's like, That's just weird. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that is it is flattering.
Yeah.
I've had women express that they want to sleep with me just because I'm the guy from the podcast. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I'll still do it, but I don't know how I feel about that. You could like me for me, not just because I'm on a podcast. I'm just saying.
If we could go back to the first episode and whisper something to ourselves, what would you say?
If I could whisper something to myself, I would whisper to myself to podcast related. I would whisper to myself, do what you can to make a great show and keep it going because it's going to become something.
Okay.
Lifestyle wise, I would whisper to myself, just keep steady. She's going to come along. She's going to come around.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of the thoughts that you have, a lot of the feelings that you have now, like you're growing emotionally.
Yeah.
And, that's not something I would have been able to predict when we started the show. You pretty much had expressed that you were just going to be right here and you're good with that on this level. And as we've talked to more people and as we've interviewed people and you've just kind of figured more about yourself, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
Now, what do you hope year 2 of Beyond Monogamy looks like? Bigger, deeper, wilder?
Definitely deeper, definitely bigger, definitely wilder. I feel like I want to get out of my shell. Like, I feel like I'm just I'm stagnant here. And so, yes, I want bigger, I want better, I want
And what
wilder.
do you mean by that?
I just feel like we need to go outside of we're going outside of our comfort zone, but we need to also get off the couches when we go to the club, and we need to be more, I feel like if you can do the horizontal mambo, you should also do the mambo on the floor.
When I go to the club, I don't like to dance because I know that we're going to be having sex.
Oh, no, that's
I don't want to
fine.
get
I'm just
sweaty
saying
and
that
gross.
You know what I
mean?
I'm saying I need to get, I need to be more, I'm just saying, we need to go out and be more, I guess, more, we're so comfortable in the chairs. We're so comfortable just sitting there. We're just so comfortable just being,
absolutely.
yeah, we're just so comfortable being there that we need to start getting out more. And we do now.
You do.
I drag you out there and you stand with me and you do the little, but yeah, no, I don't want to sweat. But yeah, I think wilder. I think next year is going to be wilder.
I hope so.
For sure. You don't think so?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're doing a lot more.
And bigger.
Yeah, we're doing a lot more.
Like, you've taken us this far.
It's, next year's going to be crazy busy. We've got a lot of events going on. We're going to be going to Naughty Nolans next year. And we're going to be podcasting from there. We're going to do a show, a couple shows.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you've taken us so far already. Like,
there's I said, if we're going to do this, I'm going to swing for the fences, man. We're going to go big. We're going to go big while at home.
Yeah. And while we're at home and we're here at the local wonderful clubs that we go to, we'll make those fun and wilder.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Good call.
So what do you want people to feel when they hit play on our next 100 episode?
The same thing I've always wanted them to feel, which is, and I believe I said this in our first episode, I wanted people to feel like they were sitting at a table with us, drinking their coffee, having their pan dulce, and we were all just chatting. And they're basically just sitting here listening to our conversation and laughing and feeling whatever emotions you feel when you have a conversation with another couple. And I want to continue that. Only now I do it with guests.
Yes.
So I tell the guests before we hit record, I always tell them, look, I know you're here for a professional reason, but understand that what I want is for us to be
just friends talking at a table.
Yeah. At this figurative table.
Yeah.
That we're just friends and we're just talking. Let's strip away all the professionalness and just be people, just be human people, because that's what this community is made of. It's a bunch of humans. It's people that really make up the community, and how many times do we have to sit at a table at a meet and greet or at a club or wherever across from another couple and have these conversations? You know what I mean? And so I really want that feel as much as possible for all of our shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're doing great.
Thank you. Now, if you could pick one word to describe our first year, what would it be? And what word do you hope describes the next year?
Exhausting.
Yeah.
Amazing for next year.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exhausting was this year.
Exhausting was this year.
And amazing.
It's a lot of new stuff. And so it's like, it's not something that we've ever done before.
No,
so
you had
everything that
to-
we do, we're training ourselves something new on.
Yeah, you had to learn all this.
It's a lot of stuff. And it's still, I'm still learning a lot.
Yes.
Still learning a lot.
Yes.
Now, what would you say it's Thanksgiving. What are you most thankful for? What are you most grateful for right here, right now?
I'm grateful that we have listeners.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that everybody interacts with the podcast, and that y'all are enjoying it. And I'm grateful that we're getting opportunities to grow.
Totally. Yeah, I'm pretty thankful and grateful for listeners, obviously, because without them, we wouldn't have a show. We'd be the only listeners that are there. I am very thankful at the fact that people have the balls to come up to me and tell me when we've helped them. I'm so thankful for people reaching out to us in that way because, frankly, I feel like I have a purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like we do a lot for our listeners by way of information. We really try to give a good show.
Yeah.
And we try to be entertaining as well. And all of those facets together, I feel like it gives me a purpose.
Yeah.
And without our listeners and without them constantly tuning in every week, I wouldn't feel that. So, yeah, I'm grateful for that.
That's good.
One lifestyle myth that still cracks us up.
Huh. I don't know.
You don't know? I would say that everybody thinks that everybody's sleeping with everybody.
That's a good one.
I mean, that's the number one, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody like just the vanilla people on my Facebook, I guarantee you think that I sleep with everybody that's lifestyle on my Facebook. And it's like, no, we don't.
No.
Obviously. Now, who would you say is the bigger flirt now? You
You.
or me? Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
What episode title sums up our sex life this year?
Come queen.
Come play the come play episode. Now, if we had to add a third co-host, who would it be and why?
Ooh. If we had to add a third co-host, I don't know if we could. I don't think we could.
I don't think we could
I don't
either,
think we
but
could.
if we did, I would totally add Jaime Gama.
I was thinking the same thing.
Jaime Gama, I feel like we had incredible chemistry
Like we
with
could have sat
Jaime.
there and talked to him forever.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Because he's just one of those personalities and conversation flows very easily. It would totally have been
It was
Jaime Gama.
that was so much fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Now, what's one thing we've learned about balancing family, work, and a podcast about sex?
We haven't learned how to balance that yet. We're getting there.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
We are
So,
working on it.
Lucky for
Yes.
us, our children are bigger,
Older.
are
yeah.
older.
They're in
So
their late
you
teens.
know, balancing. It's really, we're getting there. It's not there yet, people. It's getting there. Yeah.
Now, would you say that there's a difference between the podcast us and the real life us?
No, I feel like you guys really see the true us. And for the most part, you can't see every single little thing.
Obviously
But,
not. But yeah, this is us.
this is us. We're this is us. This is us. In a
I mean,
nutshell.
she's my best friend. She's the
Yeah.
love of my life, and we spend every day together, and this is what we do, whether
Yeah.
we're recording or not. This is what we do.
That's what we do.
We love to have conversations with each other, and we love having conversations with others, and And, let me tell you something. There is nobody I'd rather do this with than you. So I love you very much, and I'm
I
glad
love
that we're doing this
you.
together. Yeah, that's nice. And that wraps up our 1-year anniversary episode, all that mushiness. A full year of laughter, lessons, love, and a whole lot of lifestyle.
Yes, we really seriously can't thank you guys enough. Our listeners, our friends,
Yeah.
our full swap family, everybody for rocking us since day one. You guys have shared your stories, you sent confessions, you reminded us why we do this every single week. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you so much.
Yeah. And we're just getting started.
Yes, we are.
2026 is gonna be massive. I know
Yes.
you've heard me say that, and you're gonna hear me say it lots more. We've got new guests, we've got new cities, new adventures ahead, and a lot of new friends that we're gonna be bringing along for the ride. So honestly, we're bringing all of you with us for all of it.
Yes. Speaking of adventures, don't forget to catch us in person. We're going to be up in Washington State for Thanksgiving weekend. And while we're out there, we are going to be going to Club Sapphire on Friday night. Then we head to San Antonio for the next weekend for the Naughty and Nice Hotel Takeover December 5th through the 7th.
Yes.
And right after that is going to be our very own Beyond Monogamy Takeover at Club Eden in San Antonio on Saturday, December 13th. So guys, do not miss that.
Oh, you don't want to miss that. That's going to be a major party.
Yes.
It's going to be lots of fun. If you scoped out our Pineapple House, Texas episode, which recently came out, Nicole and Isaac are going to be hanging out there with us. We're going to
Yes.
have a few others that are traveling to be there on the spot. You got to be there.
Gotta be there, guys.
Got to be there. So
Yes.
grab your outfits, grab your friends, come celebrate with us in person. You can find all the details, the links, and the event info at www.beyond-monogamy.com.
And while you're there, drop us a confessional. It's totally anonymous, and you just might hear your story pop up in a future episode. We love hearing from you guys.
We really do. We love the interaction.
We do.
And you can also catch us every Thursday on Full Swap Radio at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Central, where Beyond Monogamy plays along some of the best shows in the lifestyle. We really love those guys. And
too.
I don't know. I may be reaching out to a few of them and see if we can get them on the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being part of this crazy, beautiful ride. Here's to another year of being bold, being real, and going beyond monogamy.
Now, as we wrap up, we're leaving you with something special. A 4.5-minute highlight reel from our very first episode. Now, obviously, there's no video to go along with it because we were not doing video at that time. It's very raw. It's ridiculous. But it's where it all began, and it's going seamlessly into spot to spot. So it may not make a whole lot of sense. It's just a bunch of stuff taped together.
So enjoy the laughs, enjoy the memories, and get ready because year 2 is about to be even bigger.
Absolutely. And with that, we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, and we want all of our listeners to know that we are thankful for you.
Yes, very thankful.
And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
I'm banging chicks left and right.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. I'm not.
It's
I'm
just
not.
me with different ways.
That's right. You got different personalities.
Yeah.
This is it. There's no backing out. And you guys started making out and started getting very handsy, and then the uncomfortable feeling stayed, but it became a better uncomfortable feeling, almost like the butterflies in the stomach, like, wow, I really like this, but I don't know if I should like this, and so I like to go several rounds.
Side note, without any type of enhancement.
It's-
This is all natural.
So I'm not bragging, and you're not supposed to be bragging for me. Yeah, well, and that was kind of the thing, realizing that, I understand that the lifestyle is very woman-centric, and that's cool, but one of my turn-ons is knowing somebody wants me. So where you have a stereotypical type of person, you are pretty much very, very different. And especially when it comes to the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet. She's got me blushing over here. Yeah, no, there was no question about it. I was already stressing about it as it was. And so it was just perfect timing
And we ended our relationships
Yeah.
on good terms.
yes.
And Yeah.
kind of, you're very Terminator-ish. You know, you just go in there and you
Yeah,
take
but we've
care of it.
already asked. And some people like that.
Some people like that. Yeah. The people, for me, I like to have that camaraderie. I even wore a shirt that has my name on it in big letters. Something like Adam doing Adam things, or the legendary Adam, or whatever. I have a few different shirts, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little narcissistic, whatever. And who we bang.
Who we wanna bang.
Yeah, like just all of that stuff is normally going through our heads. And so you know, honestly, because of my anxiety, I really don't often pay attention to my surroundings. That's what we're known for, is first in, first out. We'll be either early or on time to an event, whether it be a house party, a meet and greet, whatever it is. Yeah, we're having coffee together, we're talking. I'm gonna tell you a little secret about me. To get past my social anxiety when I'm at these different events or the club or wherever, I pretend that I am an actor in a movie. Yeah, laugh it up. It's true though.
A lot of memes.
It's a lot of memes. I do have a lot of memes.
It's funny because all of our friends use memes.
I
GIFs or whatever.
Yeah, I use memes and good GIFs.
Good GIFs.
Depending on what side of the.
Are they good GIFs?
I don't know. They're GIFs or they're GIFs.
I'm gonna hate.
You know, that maybe it's disingenuous, that maybe it's not my real personality. You know, one of those YouTubers that they look all happy and positive on when the camera's rolling.
Yeah.
But when the cameras are off, you know, they're kicking cats and yelling at babies. That's not me. I don't kick cats.
I met a guy online and he came over to my work for lunch, but he was my lunch. Now you can see the full 2 inches.
It's 2.5 now.
You like that?
Yeah, look at you. You're so witty. Oh my gosh.
I mean, now I know I can suck the soul out of you, but
Well, so for me, I never felt like I was well endowed. And because of that, I really worked on my technique.
see, that's what happens.
Wow.
That's what happens.
Oh my gosh.
What was the question?
What do you mean, what was the question?
Wasn't there a question? Yes, I'm realizing that you ladies are funny because y'all say it is bi-situational. And then my funny joke is, well, I'm the situation. We're so funny.
I'm glad you think so. Oh my gosh. See what you're missing out, you guys.
Anyway.
I'm just kidding. I'm not.
It's
I'm
just
not.
me with different voices, all natural.
So I'm not bragging, and you're not supposed to be bragging for me.
They're fun though.
They are getting fun.
It's such a breath of relief. Like everybody is so nice.
If somebody who maybe you're not physically attracted to reaches out to you, you don't have to ghost them or block them.